A warm welcome to the new season of the Magpie Circle. And it's a very, very special guest, a continental guest today. We're going to be talking Jurgen Klopp, Hernan Crespo, and many more across Europe. This gentleman only made 19 appearances for Notts County and 3 goals. That doesn't begin to tell the story. A very, very warm welcome to Balint Bajner, live from Hungary. Good afternoon, Balint.
Hi, good afternoon for everyone. Nice to hear you guys.
It's going to be a very, very special show, this one. You've been managed by Jurgen Klopp at Borussia Dortmund. You were the understudy to Robert Lewandowski. No wonder you couldn't get too many more games at Borussia Dortmund with him in front of you. You were managed by Hernan Crespo, the Argentinian legend at Italian club Modena before they went bankrupt. You've recently been playing in Hungary. You had a year-long loan at West Ham. You've packed quite a lot into your career so far, and it's not finished yet.
Yeah, of course. I want not finish yet. Yeah, I'm still 30. And to be honest, I have no injuries, nothing. So I think I can have another 10 years in football, I hope. So yeah, it was a fantastic with Jurgen Klopp and Lewandowski at the time at Borussia Dortmund. And few years later, I went back one more times in 2017 and 18 when Lucien Favre was there. It was also a nice time with Batshuayi, with Alex Witzel, some good players was there. Then the Italy story, for a few days I get Crespo there when I arrived there. It was nice at Modena. It's big club, great fans. But, after 6 months, we get bankrupt. It's a little bit, the Italy clubs, it's sometimes it's a dangerous, but it's a fantastic atmosphere. Also to play in Italy, it's like England, that both countries, it's amazing for playing soccer because of the fans is nice. So yeah, that's it's like in a short time what we can say it was fantastic both times.
Okay, so we're going to talk about from being a young boy in Hungary growing through.
Yeah,
I want from a Notts perspective, just to pick up the whole no Bajner, no party.
Yeah.
Because it is quite an incredible story. I've watched Notts County for over 45 years. And the atmosphere that you generated or your Hungarian fans generated in that game at Orient, I have seldom seen comparable. So you are responsible for a football club banning an entire nation on Facebook with the no Bajner, no party story. So I want to delve into that. Now, before coming to Notts, you got a good contract at Ipswich Town. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mick McCarthy was the manager.
Yeah.
Just talk to me about Ipswich, the first game, and that great quote that you gave in jest that kind of set all of this in motion. So just tell the story from arriving at Ipswich.
Yeah, after I was leaving Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund that summer. Then I get invitation from Ipswich for country yard, and I go there. I score, I think, the first 3 friendly games, 3 goals, and of course every player says dreaming to play in England. So I was like, okay, I leave Dortmund and I want to go to anyway England, just England, doesn't matter. Before half year, I was also at a January transfer period. I was at Bolton Wanderers.
Oh.
And there was a championship. They want to sign me. I was there for medical, and the things was Borussia asking too much money, and just 6 months was left for my contract, and that's why I don't make the transfers. Then because they say, listen, Balint, after 6 months you are free, so everyone can get more money and etc. But of course, for me it would be the better if I go 6 months before, half year before to Bolton and play championship. That would be the great. So I arrive Ipswich, but I see Ipswich has so much quality. I think I think one of the best seasons for Ipswich was that time when I was there. You know, Derry Murphy, McGoldrick, Tyrone Mings. Then I can say much more players. Was unbelievable squad, good squad. Then I see already that here gonna be difficult to play. So yeah, I get the contract there. And was everything is good. But to be honest, I arrived to Ipswich. I was not fit. You know, like at the summer, I didn't. We finished too early at Borussia. Then I doesn't train so much because I was a little bit not injury, like pain here, pain there. So I was like, okay, I will make the good preparation at Ipswich. Then the first game at Fulham, Mick McCarthy, who is unbelievable, good coach, his personality, fantastic. He helped me so much. That was the things that I going to notes that he prepared for me to English football. That was the most things. Of course, I cannot play 90 minutes, not at every time. I think I'm not make one times 90 minutes, just like 50, 60, 70, because I was not so fit. But, you know, my weight is 100 kilo, you know, 100, 300, 4. So it's not easy for 90 minutes with that weight. So I have to be really, really, really fit so I can play 90 minutes. But in the games, he makes me like how I have to hold the ball, how I have to fight with the players and the defenders. So yeah, Mick McCarthy was doing with me a really, really nice job. Then at Fulham, he put me on the starting 11, but after, like, to be honest, 20 minutes, I was like, I was fucked. I was saying, oh, my legs, my car, everything. So I was like, oh, my legs is hard. And you know, championship football is not like German football, which is completely different. You can see that in Champions League, in Europa League, anytime you can see the two countries is totally different. That's why sometimes German Bundesliga players going to Premier League or Champions is not easy. I think you know it. So yeah, I played starting 11, then like 44 minutes. To be honest, I cannot even move my legs. Then Mick, I think, see that, and also like it was not my best game because it was like, you know, everyone kicks the ball like crazy. You know, tick, pack. Every second is another situation. So yeah, it was. Then he changed me. Then after the game, someone from Hungary News asked me, why you get changed by 44 minutes? Then I say, yeah, listen, maybe the coach wants or for the fans so they can clap me. It was just for fun, just for joke, you know. I don't say seriously. Then from there start everything. But to be honest, you know, some young players many times say something which is not the right things after the game, or especially young players. But for me, some I don't know why, it was more focus for that one things I say it, you know. So
if we set the scene then, so it was your debut in the Football League.
Yeah.
Mick McCarthy, and I know Mick is kind of a blunt talking Yorkshireman, and so he has substituted. He's not waited till half time. He has substituted you 1 minute before half time to make the point, hasn't he? To make the point. You come off. Then when you've been asked about being substituted a minute before half time, you've gone jokingly to the reporter so the fans could applaud me off the pitch. Great lie. That then has obviously gone viral and massive in Hungary.
Yeah.
So tell me what happens next with all the Hungarian community and you.
Yeah, you know, because before that in Hungary, I also say some words about national teams, but you know, that was more even younger. It was like half year before, because I play at Borussia Dortmund for the first team at Bundesliga. The year when they went to Champions League final. So it's not that I play team which is in the middle of table or something, you know, like you play. And I was on the bench 4 or 5 times, which is, I think, strongest Dortmund ever at the last 20 years. I think probably the strongest Dortmund. Then you know, that was in that time was one Hungary national team coach who said that for him is not enough that you play for Dortmund for 10 minutes. Then
Okay.
there is this I only hearing in the radio, you know, that one day there's someone tell me that you hear what they say the coach. I say, what? I say, is Dortmund is not enough for 23 years young players play 10 minutes. Of course you play only 10 minutes because look who they have in front of me. So yeah, that after I get angry, you know. Then in Hungary also I say some words about national team, but of course when you are young, you're not thinking, you just like angry, emotional, then you start to talking directly. Of course now I'm 30, I will do differently, and I would be smart and clever and don't say nothing, say what the people wants to hear.
Yeah.
But that time, you know, I was too honest, which I feel it inside, I was telling. So that was maybe, which is put more the Hungary people, you know. Of course, other side, it was like 50-50. 50% of the people, they know it. It's not easy to play at Dortmund at this age, and just to even to get there. They doesn't transfer anyone from the world. So it's Borussia Dortmund, they don't give a contract to anyone. So, and not even Jurgen Klopp. Who know Jurgen Klopp is not like just, he's transfer everyone. You know, he need 15 players, is enough 15 players for him to win the league. Yeah. Like, look, Liverpool, he doesn't need 35 players in the squad. He can do with 14, 15 players. It's no problem for him because he's one of the best coach in the world. So maybe that's why which is a little bit, you know, Hungary people get like, you know, more, I don't know how to say that the right words.
Yeah, but there started to be a lot of Facebook messages, didn't there, about this no Bajner, no party, because clearly Mick wasn't playing you much at Ipswich, correct? So this is where it started, wasn't it?
Yeah. That no Bajner, no party. Yeah, that's because, you know, like I doesn't play so much, but when I play, there's something happen. Maybe that's also, I don't know if it's, you know, and the other things that now here is also, I play now the last 8 months at second league in Hungary. My team was doing good. We was close to went up the first league. Then here's also like everyone knows also, because maybe when I was young, I was in England, and, you know, my playing style is also aggressive, you know, then I like to fight a lot at the field, and that's also, they like it. So
okay. So here at Ipswich, Mick McCarthy's kind of made his decision that he's going to move slightly differently. So so how do you end up at Notts County? Yeah,
because I remember there was like, Mick said to me, listen, Balint, you need like 6, 7, 8 kilo muscles more. Because, you know, from Dortmund, I arrived, I was like 91, 92 kilo. Then Mick said, listen, you must every day go to gym at 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Then every day I went to the gym. Then he said, listen, if you want to play English football, you need more muscles. Then I started doing with that. Andrew Liddell is an unbelievable good fitness coach. He was helping me so much. Then like we started at, I think, November, October. Then until January, I get like, I think 5, 6 kilo plus muscles. Then that game comes against Southampton FA Cup games. Then they told me that then some club will look at me for take me to loan. So they told me I'm gonna play and I should give everything, because it would be good for me if I can go to other English club and play for loan. Then that Southampton game, I was coming and play, I think 15-20 minutes. Then of course I tried to give everything. Then Sean Derry was, I think, who watched that game and say, yeah, this guy can help us. Then that's how to come for Notts. And then when I hear Notts, I was very happy, because I know that Notts is a big club. I was that time knows that Jack Grealish was in front of before me. He went to loan also Notts. I know that club, and I was just checking. Look, Alan Smith played there. Alan Smith until now is on my family house at poster at the wall. You know, when he was playing Leeds United. And when I was kid, I put you know that yellow mallet for my hair that I can be Alan Smith at playing soccer in the room. You know, at the house. So when I look, I say, oh, Alan Smith, Roy Carroll, Hayden Mullins. I say, come on, that team club is a fantastic. Where did that players can be in club? That club is unbelievable. And of course, I always know that the oldest professional club in the world. So I was so happy that I can go to Notts. I was so exciting, and I was waiting so much.
I think your first game was Doncaster Rovers away, wasn't it? In the evening, more or less.
Yes.
We drew up there, didn't we? What were your thoughts about your teammates playing for Notts, and did you like Nottingham as a city?
Wow, both. It's amazing. Until today, just a few days ago, I was talking with some friends where was girls and guys, and I say, listen, that Nottingham is amazing city. They was check me on the Google and etc. And I say, listen, guys, that club and that fans and the city was so nice. I was really enjoyed there. I was like it. I remember I went to the dressing room as well. The players was so friendly, so how say, it was like unbelievable nice with me. All the players, the staff. I was like, wow. I say, it's not everywhere the word is like that. When someone new going to one day to the other day in the changing room, and directly we have game. That was I think like my first day or second day. I'm not sure 100%, but I was so happy. That was so nice, and the game was also good. I was like the attitude, which is with what Alan Smith put on the team, Hayden Mullins, Roy Carroll. They make it very special, the dressing room.
So back in Hungary, this move to Notts County hadn't gone unnoticed, because straight away there was a lot of interest on Facebook, wasn't there? And in the end, the club got so much interest from Hungary, it kind of had to sort of shut down Hungary's access to Notts County's Facebook. Although I think I'm right in saying you did some interviews for the club on television in Hungarian, I've seen, talking about the club and sort of broadcasting that back in Hungarian. Yeah.
We was doing one too, which is like, probably I think even the Hungaries, they like it Notts. Everyone knows Notts, like for me, of course, when someone say my name Dortmund, but second is comes Notts, that's they like it. Even my friends, I was just talking yesterday. I say, listen, I will speak today about with you guys, and they will say, yeah, you should going back to Notts because it's good fans, good stadium. The city is nice. Then of course the club has to going up. I see they just lose at the semi-final this season, but that club should be at least League One, but for me championship at minimum. Then from there you never know what's going up. But with that fans, this club should much higher.
We would all echo those sentiments, Balint. So,
but which is doesn't come, it will come. Is one day will come.
I certainly hope so. I am old enough. I am 58, so I remember Notts County playing in the top division of English football.
Yeah,
beating Manchester United, all of the Arsenal, Tottenham used to beat them regularly in the top division a long time ago, before you were born, my friend. Before you were born.
So that could be I would praise for that. It should become.
Okay, so did it surprise? So you are settling in Nottingham at Notts County. Did it surprise you with all this huge interest from Hungary on Facebook in your move to Notts?
Yeah, what you mean? So, like, I was like,
give the club had to stop Hungary, the people of Hungary accessing the club website for a while, Facebook, didn't it? Because of the
I remember. To be honest, but they doesn't say nothing to me. They just like told me that you should don't pick up the phone. You should stay at home and doesn't do nothing. Just don't use your Instagram account, Facebook account. I say, okay. I say, what happened? I say, I doesn't kill people or something. Come on. I say, what? It's only, it's okay. It's football. It's nothing that I doing something bad, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not even drink alcohol never at my life. I was telling them, they say, come on. It's just I'm talking something which is, I think it should be enjoy and it doesn't have to get serious. It doesn't say nothing bad words, you know. There today some in the world they saying much more bad words and etc. So I was like, okay, I will don't use. I will doesn't pick up the phone, but I was like little bit shocking, you know. I say, come on, it doesn't do nothing bad.
Okay, so we're moving towards that. You've been in at Notts for about 1 month, and there is an away game at Leyton Orient in East London, which of course is very close to West Ham, where you had been as a. We'll come back.
Yeah, I know.
Boy.
Yes.
So, did you know that a load of Hungarian fans were going to come to that game to support you, or was it a surprise when you got to the game?
I was absolutely surprised. I didn't know. I was like, I didn't believe. I remember Alan Smith told me, Baj, look, you should enjoy. Is this day for you? And I was like, come on, you have get 100 million more people behind you before. I say, of course, I'm happy. I was like, wow, I was really enjoying, but like how I should say, I was like a little bit like, okay, I score, it was nice, but okay, it's just, you know, it's one goal, and that is of course, if I score another 20, it would be much. Maybe I can be more happy, but it was like I was really enjoyed it, and it was nice. I was like feeling really good.
What did you think? So you run out onto the pitch in the warm-up, and in that far corner, there are hundreds of Hungarian fans in the Notts end. Hundreds. I was there myself. Hundreds, and the noise and the sound that they were making. What did you think when you first saw them?
No, I was shocking. I was like, I don't believe. I was like, whoa, what's that? I was so happy. It was, you know, that's of course. It's also because I think it was for Notts, which it's a great club. It is oldest club, you know. It's an English club, you know. It's maybe if this is happening somewhere else, I don't want to say country, whatever. It's not the same, but like that. Then you also play in London, so which is I think is even London is a lot of Hungary people living and for walking, which is really nice. So I was happy, and you know I was happy also because people give it for themselves time for going there. They can do 100 other things than they was come to there to support for us for Notts. It was amazing. I hope it's gonna happen one more times in the life.
We have, and of course you scored, didn't you?
Yeah, it was. I think it was my first goal, maybe. Yeah, I think it was my first goal at Notts. Sorry.
You ran over to them, didn't you? And at the end of the game, you gave your shirt away. So one of those fans has got your shirt somewhere.
Yeah. I was so away. Yeah, that was nice. That was great.
I've got to say, in supporting Notts, I was with them in some of the pubs walking down Lake. And the noise and the enthusiasm, and they never stop singing all game. And there's some YouTube clips of them singing the songs, isn't there? No Bajner, no party, and all the rest of it, and just going on and on and on and on. That must have been a great evening for you.
Yeah, I never forget that. It was really nice. Sometimes I watch it back that game. It was nice. It was an important 3-point. I remember it was very important 3-point.
What was Sean Derry like, your manager?
Sorry?
What was Sean Derry like, your manager?
I was like it a lot.
Yeah.
It was very, very strange, you know. It was a very, very hard character, you know, but I think he was like for players like the same. But like if you're thinking back, he was right for everything what he say, and he's a really really good person, and for also manager, it's a fantastic. Even for young players, he can help so much.
Was Alan Smith your hero? You have the poster of him on the wall.
Yeah.
Dye your hair.
Yeah.
What was it like training and working with him?
You know, the first day when I see you, I was like, a minute, I was like looking like that. Oh my God, I said, this Alan Smith. I was so happy. I even telling to him, I was like, I was so happy. It was great every day working with him. Even just when he was talk to me, I was so exciting. So I was, sometimes I'm searching for him at the Google, reading what he's doing, you know. I was really, really, it was really important for me at that time. He helped me a lot.
You came at a time when the club there was quite a high turnover of players. Notts had started very well, but some of the better known players had been allowed to leave. And of course, ultimately, Sean was to lose his job before the end of the season, wasn't he? What was it like in and around the club at that time for you? I mean, were you living in a hotel or a house, or who was your roommate on away trips? How did it all work out?
Yeah, I was living in a hotel for that 6 months because, you know, it was like, I think nobody wants to give at least 1 year. And, and you know, we don't know what's gonna happen at summer. So I was living hotel. But you know, like with roommates, it was always different, but I was like everyone. So I was happy. But around the club, I remember that, this time was a lot of players, you know. Kamlon went after 3 months, he's going back to his club and come again. So I think, you know, we have a lot of players at this time. I remember quite a lot of players coming, went to out, you know. That was, I think, 3 months, 4 months. So it was not easy for not one manager. It was not easy to that teams put together. But I remember, I think was also unlucky. I don't know, you remember, we get some goals like someone hit the other strikers, went to in over Roy Carroll the balls.
Yeah.
I remember sometimes we get the last minute goal. So I remember it was unlucky for week and week and week. We get unlucky. And to be honest, at that time we have not that good training facility like now. I think have not. And that was one of the main things, I think, because I remember we trained in very, very bad training facility. And now I see they have amazing training ground.
Yes.
The pitch is like perfectly. So, you know, it's one of the most important things, the daily work, how you can work every day. Is not only the game at the week, because you bring in the game what you do at the weekly. And of course, I think was important what training facility you have. That was, I think, one of the things which is that time was not maybe the best.
What was it like at League One in that division, Notts, with the physicality of it? You know, we talk about everyone's running non-stop, quite aggressive. I mean, what was that like for you, adjusting to having been at Dortmund and other places?
You know, it's for physically, League One, I think is the most physically. I think probably more physically Championship, but the players who play there much more, they know better than me. But for me, League One even was more physically, but the balls is more in the air. So that was, for me, was better, you know, because especially I like play aggressively, and the long ball, I like it. So that's my favorite things, the long balls, you know, head it and keep the ball. And and of course Dortmund is another style of football. You know, Dortmund we play very fast, you know. The ball goes very fast. It's not too much time in the air, the ball, but but physically is the League One is the most physically for me. But I like that style, so for me it was good.
Okay, so Sean loses his job, and in comes Ricardo Moniz.
Yeah,
and like yourself, Ricardo has been coaching across Europe. He has a continental style approach. How did you find it when Ricardo came in?
Yeah, you know, I was new Ricardo before he was in Hungary at Ferencváros. You know, it is the biggest club in Hungary. Yeah, he was coaching Hungary. Yeah, so I was know him like from face. I didn't know him personally, but I know him from face. Then the things. 2017, I went back to Dortmund one more times for 1.5 years. I played there. Then I went to Amsterdam for physiotherapist. Then he was there. And then we started talk. You know, we was talking about notes times and everything. So until today, I'm very good with him. Then he was going to coach at, I think, 2 years ago for Excelsior Rotterdam.
Yes.
You know, Excelsior Rotterdam. Then he called me. I going to there. He was really nice. He wants that I play there. I also wants to play there, but they have the artificial ground for training and for game also. Then I that was the things that I'm not staying there, because I say, for me it's gonna be not so good. You know, I'm heavy, I'm tall. Yeah. You know, to training every day to artificial ground and play there also the game is gonna be maybe make smaller my career a few years, which is, I think, it can happen. So because a lot of injury happen with artificial ground. You know, like Holland and I don't know, some country has a lot of artificial. So that time he was really nice. He's amazing person also. His quality for the manager is also very good, and he's the things I like it. His personality with the players is one of the best in the world. So he can talk so good in the right way with the players. And I think Nazi was like them. So I was really happy, and the style what he's bringing, the training, it was also nice. Sean was also very good, and Ricardo was, like you can see, the Holland, the English style. I was very happy. That 6 months I learned like 2-3 years in football. So which is I think that 6 months was it was a lot of, which is counting my career, and the style how I play now, what is I'm now is lot of comes from that time.
The last game of the season was at Gillingham.
Yes.
Notts needed to win.
Yeah.
Stay up. And you were winning with a few minutes to go.
Yeah.
What was that day like? And of course, it ended in defeat. What are your memories of that game? The ride home, the match itself, those last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, which is, you know, I never forget. The fans was brilliant. The fans was so much fans. I'm not sure it was 7,000-8,000 not fans.
Yeah,
at least. You can see my skin. Right, it was like even now it's crazy. It's wow. I remember that day was, but you know, like we failed because we was winning. That was enough. Then I'm not remember what was happened, but it was just so quick. I think few minutes we lost the game. I don't know how and what we was doing. And I remember I have some chance as also for me, some kicking at before 50 minutes before the finish. I don't know how we lost. And we have some lot of chances, but yeah, after the game, that changing room, and I never forget. You know, that was the first and last time that I'm out with the team in my life, and that feeling I never once again, because I was. Everyone knows that is not about us. It's about for the club and for the fans, because you know how hard to come back. I think still that times doesn't come back the club, no, for League One. I'm right?
Yes.
I'm right, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's the things is like, you know, now 5-6 years. But that's why it's important sometimes that relegate or not relegate because of that. You can stay there for 5-6 years. Or if you stay in League One that time, maybe now you are Premier League, you never know. So yeah, that time I was very sad. That's why I would, to be honest, I would really happy that if I can come and help for the club. It's not about money. I even come for play for free for nots. It's just for help to come back where they have to be. You know, I'm 30, but to be honest, I'm very strong now. You know, also mentality, not only body, mentality as well. But I would love to have for nots because that fans and the city is at least where Nottingham Forest they should be also.
So because you're currently out of contract in Hungary or just about to become out of contract, so you're saying that you would love to come back to Notts County and do some unfinished business, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. You just say the right words, yeah, because that's I was looking and was support for them to win the National League just the against Torquay, the semi-final, and I was really angry that because I see the finish time, the last 5-6 games was very good. They scoring goals, they winning the game, come back against Chesterfield. I was just come back very nice. They won the game at home. Then I was like, okay, now they get the League Two. Then I was so sadly that they lost the game against Torquay. Then I would come back and of course if they interested me, I would come directly and have for the club because that's cannot be one more year at the National League. It's impossible.
And you were saying now you're a little bit more mature and experienced as a 30-year-old. Money is not the be all and end all now. This is something that you are genuinely very keen and interested.
Exactly.
If the club were interested, that it's something that you would like to do. Yeah,
exactly. You are right. It's not about the money. It doesn't matter the money. I will say it's you can give what you want. It's not about the money. It's just that I can come here and make the club help for the club for going back, of course. Then it's also will be good for me. I like English football. I like, I know the city. I know the stadium. I see the facilities is much better. So you can focus much more for every day for getting better and better and better. And of course, especially in England, you can see even Huddersfield was going to Premier League. Even Bournemouth go 4 years, every year going up and up and up. So there is so much players with 35, 36, 37, and they scoring goals at League Two or National League. 4 years later, they scoring goals Premier League. You know it, I think. So it's not impossible.
I'm sure all Notts fans would love to have you back at Meadow Lane, and let's see what happens this summer. But I think when you so we were talking about Ricardo Moniz and Gillingham and that game at which we lost, and we've had Ricardo on one of these podcasts, one of the most popular ones we've done. I think Ricardo actually expressed an interest in keeping you, but you kind of different times then, and ultimately you were to end up in Italy. Just talk us through what happened in that summer after Notts.
Yeah, that was what I say. It was, I think, big mistake for me that I doesn't stay at Notts. I was like a little bit okay, I'm 24, a young crazy guy. I was 25, 24, a young crazy guy. With like, okay, come on, let's go. I can go much higher. I can go much better and like better. I mean, like maybe higher than of course crazy guy, young guy. Then I went to somewhere. I was 2-3 club in Italy, Serie B, but I was going there. I want to sign the contract. Then 5 minutes later, they sign another striker. Okay, what I can do? Go home, come back to Hungary. Then I signed here for 8 months for first league. Then I lost my mom. Then okay, I say I don't want to stay in Hungary. Then I get a one offer from Modena. Then straight away directly I was going to Modena. Then I arrived to Modena. when they was Serie B. Just they have few games left at the season, and they decide they stay in B or go relegate for Italy League One, so Serie C. Then Crespo was that time for the last few games. Then they lost the games, so they kick out Crespo and they went to Serie C. Then I started to play there with a very, very nice coach. He was the coach was Simon Pavan. He was playing at Serie A, at Sampdoria. He played for national teams. Was very good coach. Then under him, I was playing 22 games in a row against good clubs, Venezia, against good coach Simone Inzaghi. He was the coach for Venezia. I was scoring against them. It was very nice style of Italy, that also they have their own style of the game, defense for 90 minutes, defense, tactic very highly, like maybe you have 1 or 2 shots per game. So you have to score from 1, 2 chances, 1 goal, that crazy Italy play in Italy is another style of the football. But I was like it. So I was there for 7 months, but they get bankrupt.
So
the owner who was there.
So when you signed for Modena, Hernan Crespo, Argentinian legend,
was there. Yeah,
is the head coach.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
within a matter of months, he's gone, and they've gone bust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that time I was I was leave before 3 months before they get bankrupt, because I watch it's gonna be a big problem. So I was okay. It's better to step out from that things, So like before they get bankrupt, 3 months before I went, then I was going to South Africa for the biggest South African club, Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know. Yeah. So I went to Kaizer Chiefs. Sorry, I make mistake. That was after Dortmund. Sorry. So after Modena, I went back to Hungary for summer. Then I get one day calling from Germany, from Borussia Dortmund, from Ingo Preuss. He's the manager of the second team, so like reserves team, and is the boss for all under the first team. So he get 2017 summer. He was calling me and say, "Come, you want to come back to Dortmund?" I say, "Of course, I would like to come back." Then I going back to Dortmund. I signed them for 2 years. I signed for Borussia Dortmund 2017-18. I was there. I was nice. Sometimes I training with first team, with Delaney, he's a Denmark player. That times arrived Jadon Sancho from City for us. Then I was the one who pick up in the morning and take him to training. And that guy was always late in the morning. I was waiting for him 10, 20 minutes in the car to pick up Jadon Sancho. I never forget the days when normally I should 5 minutes leave from the training ground, but because of Jadon Sancho, I have to pick up. I should go 35 minutes, because everyone knows this guy gonna be one of the biggest superstar later. So I have to pick up,
Did you ever go at him, or did he just ignore you? Did you tell him, "Oh, don't be late tomorrow"?
No, he was, he doesn't listen because he was sleeping. He's sitting in the car and was sleeping. That time he was, but his quality is already, because he was with us at the beginning, at the second team. He was with us, I think, half a year with the reserves, So we was helping to him to get into the German style, to in the dressing room. I was like him a lot. And this time is crazy. We knew that he's gonna be a big superstar, but not that quick. Who was really quick was superstar. So yeah, but this guy is a very, he deserves it. He's a nice guy. He has a good heart, and his style of playing football is not really, it's like, he's just Mbappe, Hazard, that is not everyone has this style. So yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I was with him in the mornings, wake up and go early to pick up him and take him and he was with one City guy. He was Denzel Boadou. He was, I think, some season ago, he was Crawley also. but maybe I think he stopped football. He was also a nice guy. He come from City. So yeah, it was, and you know, I was before England, so I was know how to be with them, you know.
Yeah.
That I know German and English living is in a different style, you know. I think you know also.
Yeah.
So I was knew them how to talk with them and how to have them. But it was nice, and it's not everyone can tell these stories, you know.
Very.
So
It's a very good story. Now, during your times at Dortmund, and you had a previous time at Dortmund. In fact, let's just rewind the clock a little bit now. And so, as a young boy, as a young man, a lot of things happened to you very early. You travelled a lot around Europe. I saw that you scored a hat trick for one of the Hungarian age group youth teams. You went from a small club in Hungary as a young boy, 16, 17. You went to Romania.
Romania, yes.
So you clearly, I suppose, had to grow up quite quickly with moving different countries, because it isn't an obvious move from Hungary to Romania when you're 17 or 18 to that club, from the way I could see it.
Yeah, because, you know, when I was 17, 18, the owner was the same owner in Hungary, which is in the Romania club, the same owner. So it doesn't matter what you want, you have to move it, you know, to the other club, because the contract, you know, it was different. It was 2005, 2000 is in a different life was that time in the world. So like in football, it was like, listen, that club here is finished. That was, I think was the club was relegated or something. So he wants to good for us, that owner. He wants that we play a much stronger league. There with some other young players, we went to Romania, which is really strong, was that time. First, second league was strong, you know, physically. Then, of course, the club has very good connection with English clubs. So it was great. But for West Ham, when I was young, the problem was, you know, I was very young, and, you know, I was not strong with personality at West Ham. So
you were 17 or 18. You were at the Romanian club, and then
I was 18.
Was done to go to West Ham. Yeah,
18. Yeah, when I was 18 to arrive at West Ham, then I was, you know, I was young, not so hard mentality and personality. So after 1 year, they sent me back for Hungary. They say it's you know, like I think in England they do that some with players when they are 18, 19, that sorry, we don't want you because you are now is not the, you so cannot make West the Ham move
then? Because I'm guessing, because you're a very tall guy, so so there's no hiding place for big tall players, is there? So although you're only 18, people think of you as a man because you're 6'5" or 1.96 as you would say.
You get it.
Yeah. Who was the manager at West Ham, and were you kind of put in their youth system or reserves? Did you train with the first?
No, I was into the youth academy. I was with Tony Carr, TC. Was
Tony Carr, legend.
He's a nice. It's amazing man. Yeah, I was like him. At under 19 or 18 was under. I scoring so much goals, 15, 16. But reserves, it was too hard for me physically because I was skinny. You know, I was maybe 83, 84 kilograms, but the same height like now. And now I have 105 kilograms. So it's you know, it's not the same. So everyone was thinking, I'm a man already, but I wasn't a man. I was like a little kid, which is get one bullet and jump, and I was flying, you know, 3 meters, so 3 yards away from the big defenders. So reserves team was too much, but there was nice. I play a lot of also the reserves team with Junior Stanislas, with Jack Collison, you know, the Welsh midfield, which is a brilliant man. I like him. I love him. And with some other players, you know, so Zeven Heinz, which is now I think is doing some coaching stuff. So it was nice, it was good. And the first team coach was Gianfranco Zola.
Yeah, I know Gianfranco.
And Alan Kirbishley was before. He's a big English manager. I know him. Yeah. So was Steve Clark also, which is the Scotland manager. So you know, I was only seeing good things that you can only learn from that people. Every day you're going to the training ground, you can only learn from that. All these old people, they are the best in their job. So It was good. I was not allowed, but of course I was not a man, so I was not ready for that challenge.
So you kind of had to, you go back to Romania, but you then get another big break by going to Dortmund for your first time there.
Yeah.
How did that come about? And I think I'm right in saying Jurgen Klopp was the manager of the Bundesliga team at that time.
Yeah. You know, I was after West Ham. I come to Hungary first league. I played there like 1.5 season. I scored some goals. I played some games, but after they doesn't give me a new contract, so I was going to Italy, like Italy National League. So it's like, you know, like fifth league, something like that. And I went to there. One Italy coach called me, and I was scoring, I think, 20 goals or 18 goals in 23 games. So I was good statistic, and it was also like a very physically league. So there's some German agent searched me. Then they was because of the statistic.
Yes.
They say you can come for trial, Gladbach or Dortmund. Then I went to Gladbach, Mönchengladbach, and Gladbach they cannot give the contract because they have some rules, which is it was cannot a possibility that I signed there. Then I went to Dortmund, and this was unbelievable. The first friendly game I do, it was under Jurgen Klopp. They put me in like first team, reserves team, you know, like mix it. They put me, we play some Dubai team against some Dubai team. Then I score there. Then I make 2 days training. Then they give me the contract. So then starts everything. And after 1 week, I start to training some days with the first team, with Lewandowski, with Marco Reus, with Mario Götze. But that time they was in the best at them career, you know. These three is killing the Bundesliga with Ilkay Gündogan, you know. So that's with Mats Hummels, with some other amazing players. So yeah, it's just quickly start everything. And I was just 22. So yeah, and then start from everything.
But what was Jurgen Klopp like?
He's like, of course, at time he's become bigger coach, but he was always nice to with us and with me. But he's also, for me, he can be 1-on-1 with the players. He can make amazing motivation for the players. So he know how to build up players, you know. That's what I think he's doing at Liverpool also. I sometimes I read English websites when they was thinking how Klopp can do with Liverpool. I tell you, Klopp can do with any club that. If you put say something, I don't know, Newcastle United, you're gonna do the same, believe me. Or if you put Southampton, you're gonna do with the same. Or Bournemouth, so it doesn't matter. He will pick and choose the players he can development so high. He can development until he's superstar. So that I think he's the one of the best in the world for me. And this it cannot do. There is some other manager who can do also, but he has that special type, I think, for that. So for me, he's one of the best in the world, or the best in the world.
Clearly, you were at a young age. It's going to be very difficult to get into Dortmund's first team when there's a certain Robert Lewandowski playing. I mean, what was he like? Did you learn much from him? Train with him a lot? I mean, how not dissimilar physiques.
He was like a machine. He was absolutely machine. He's every day he's in the gym, working hard. After the training, stay outside and kick and finishing. So he was absolutely machine. But he was with the head also very professional. So he was knew that he gonna be best in the world. So which is I think is very important that age and young age then players can make his head that I would be the best in the world. That's I think he will do very good. So he was like always knew that he gonna be the best in the world, and he shows every day in the training. But of course I was watching him every day. I was very happy. Sometimes we play 11 against 11. I was with him in the front, and I was like scary. Oh come on, I have to bring the best 30 minutes in the training in my life, because he's like he's expect a very high from also the other players. And I think Bayern Munich is doing same. He's expect from the other players also that always on 100%. So yeah, that's that you can learn from him are very good things.
You've done a lot in your career, Balint, but even in this interview, there's always a smile. There's a lot of enthusiasm. You've had some knockbacks, but you clearly retain a great deal of enthusiasm and passion for playing football.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's like you know me very, very deep me inside. I don't know how you do that. I feel like you know me like my family, you know? Yeah. You know, but that comes a few years ago. It's like comes out my personality, like because I come the age, like I'm not young anymore, 30. My personality comes also in the like how I am. So yeah, it's my passion, football. Exactly. You know very well me, I think already. Yeah, it's passion. And I'm smiling, of course, because it's looking back, you cannot change nothing. I'm only looking for forward. I'm healthy. That's very important. That I'm 30 still. I have never not one injury, only small injury, which is normally can happen with everything. Only one that COVID-19 was attacked me. Then few months I was out from soccer. But that's why I'm looking forward. And yeah, passion is my football, because is the, and also it's like when behind you have a fans, which is also for important for them. That's why in Hungary club where I come now to play that 8 months. But the problem, it was not coming the fans to the games.
Yeah.
There also I signed because of the fans. They have fans, a small city. In Hungary is a normal city, but small stadium. But the fans, the 9,000 fans makes like 55,000 fans. You feel it, you sound it like. So that's why I was going there. But tomorrow I'm out of the contract because I was tell them, to be honest, I want to go out of the country again to try, because I think 30. That's the best time to go again. Now that is the line. I'm 30 and go again and fight for the next 5, 6, 7 years. So, and they accept it. So that was very nice.
Very good. We wish you every success, because like you just said, you are only 30. So there's a lot of years left in you yet. And just because this will obviously get quite a lot of traction and coverage in Nottingham and England. Let's just reiterate earlier in the conversation. You genuinely would love to come back to play for Notts County if there was an interest from Notts County.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So although you were only there for a short period of time at Notts, it made the club and its supporters made a big impression on you. Yeah.
Exactly, you are right. Yes, and also who was working that time at the club was also very nice. I was loved them. Even the guy who let me inside in the parking, before the game. Even that people, I was like them so much. I was like them everyone. So and the people in the city was also nice. I was really enjoying. I was loving that 6 months. It was like 6 days, the 6 months. It was so quickly. So I hope that one day I will come again, and then I can fight for the badge and then for the fans.
Balint, that is a great moment upon which to finish. We would love to see you pulling on these black and white stripes. Again, I'm sure I speak on behalf of all Notts County fans. This is probably the first podcast we've done with a whole host of Notts County players where we've managed to get in stories about Jadon Sancho, Jurgen Klopp, Hernan Crespo, and countless others. It's been brilliant chatting to you. And as I said earlier, your enthusiasm and your passion for the game, having had 1 or 2 knockbacks here and there, still shines through. You are still very passionate about playing the game. And I think that's great. And that will stand you in very good stead, I am sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm really happy that you found me and that we do that conversation. I'm so happy. Then I hope we meet with each other. It's not only it's like phone, that in real life. I hope soon.
We will meet up. I travel a lot across Europe, or I normally do. And I think, as we said earlier, Tech Ball, which is run by two very successful Hungarian businessmen, I and my company, we launched Tech Ball into the UK and promoted it. And as you would know, Balint, I mean, it is a galactico of a world's who's who of players who have these Tech Ball tables now. You know, Messi has his own, Maradona has his own, you name it. They love the game. And it's all come from Budapest in Hungary.
Yeah. So I know it's and sorry about my English. You know, I doesn't speak slow long time. You know, with English. So I hope everyone understands me.
There is absolutely no need to apologize. I say this to everyone of foreign nationality. Your English is so much better than not only my Hungarian, but everybody else's who supports Notts County. It's Hungarian. Brilliant. We often wonder with my son, who managed to track you down, so he's done very well, Harry. We always try and work out what we're going to title each of the episodes. Clearly, this one is going to be called...
It's going to be...
No Bajner, no party.
Good.
We've got to call it that, haven't we? And we hope to see you.
They're going to kill me. They're going to kill me.
Balint, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you so much. We keep in contact. Yeah,
I would, and I'll also put you in touch with Alan Smith as well, separately to this podcast. So.
Oh, nice. All right. Thank you. All the best.